Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, and we're proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We'll grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, Agri proud and wise. On 91.9, Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. Agriculture keeps us alive. Real FM, where the roots go deep. Agriculture Thursday, we sow and reap.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
This year, make colorful Christmas memories with Berger. Get 30% off select 1 and 5 gallon purchases. Each purchase over $300 gives you a chance to win one of 3 cash prizes every month. October $2,000, November $3,000, December $5,000. Drop your entries in the specially marked boxes in store and enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 20th. Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow. Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite, real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today.
6 minutes gone past the hour of 7 o'clock. A special good morning to each and every one of you from wherever it is in the world you are listening from. Special good morning to you if you're listening on our YouTube channel. You're out in the diaspora. You're in St. Patrick, St. David, St. Andrew, St. George, St. John, and of course, St. Mark, Carriacou, PT Martinique. Good morning to each and every one of you. It is Thursday, and of course, we know it is Agriculture Thursday. This morning's program, I would be with you guys up until 9 a.m. Unfortunately, I would not be able to do the full extra hour, which would take you up to 10 a.m. I would be with you guys up until 9. So that is just some housekeeping matters for us. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be alive. I'm not 100%, but I am holding on by God's grace. I know I'm not sick, so I don't want anyone to worry, but I have some things going on. Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come before you this morning through your Son, Jesus Christ's name. Lord, we thank you for the ability to just be in your presence once again, to live, to see another day. There are many people, Lord God, who were not able to make it alive today, and we are eternally grateful for that. Bless us and keep us safe, positive, and productive as we go throughout this day. Protect our loved ones. Meet each and every one of us where we are. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen and amen. How's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling this morning? I woke up very early and let's just say it was a very interesting morning. A lot happened. I don't want to talk about myself too much, but it was a very interesting morning, and I realized the power of patience this morning. I think my lesson for today is patience and understanding not everything goes the way we want it to go. Of course, we make plans, but at the end of the day, the Lord is in control. So I'll just leave with that. Special good morning to Chunky and all the people checking in on the live very early. Thank you guys so much for being here with me once again. And as you come in, be sure to like. If you haven't subscribed as yet, please be sure to do so. This is real. This is 91.9, 91.5, www.realfmgrenada.com.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
And we're back, guys. Good morning to you, Drumsticks.
Good morning to you. Good morning to the nation. A reading from the Word of God, Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress. My God, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snares of the fowl and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings thou shalt see truth shall be thy shield and buckler. This is the end of the scripture reading this morning.
Thank you so much. Amen.
And you have a lovely day.
You as well.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty, hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, combos, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, re-installation in services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 147-503-4421. Book your appointment today.
This year, make colorful Christmas memories with Boja. Get 30% off select 1 and 5 gallon purchases. Each purchase over $300 gives you a chance to win one of 3 cash prizes every month. October $2,000, November $3,000, December $5,000. Drop your entries in the specially marked boxes in store and enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 20th. Boja Paints for lasting beauty and protection.
No matter what we keep exploring, up in this world, so we put a hand at your hand. This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul. Real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every world. Green natives roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call. Banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. Great real Grenada, out of the land, real from a favor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, I prepare and wise. 91.9 It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian Fire in the garden.
Remember when I told you guys I believe that this morning it's sort of a morning of patience, understanding how to be patient and understanding that everything does not go the way you want it to go. God is in control. Of course, like I said, a lot is happening. And for those of you just joining this morning, of course, this is Agriculture Thursday, where we shine a light on one of the most vital pillars of our nation, which is agriculture. I will be with you guys up until 9 a.m. this morning. And I trust that all the information that is shared would be received in good faith. And if you want to chime in, of course, the number to call would be 4420175. That is both landline and WhatsApp. Of course, we know we normally jump into our discussion for today at about 7:30. However, of course, we know it is Thursday morning, so we would have a word from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, and that would take us to the beginning of our program once that's over. Let me just do a wellness check-in while we're waiting to reach out to the folks at the Met office. How's everybody doing? How are you feeling this morning? Go ahead and send a comment in the chat, or feel free to send a message via WhatsApp. Let me know how you guys are doing on this beautiful Thursday morning. It is October 16, 2025, and let's not forget that we are in the month of the elderly as well as Child Month. And of course, this is also being recognized as Breast Cancer Awareness as well as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. Let's be mindful. Let's get tested. Let's ensure that we take care of our elderly, protect our children. We are screened for any cancer just build awareness. Ensure that you are getting your regular checks, because things happen within the blink of an eye. And of course, we don't want to be caught off guard. So let us be mindful of that as we go through the rest of October 2025. How are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling? What's new? What's exciting? I trust that our conversation on mental health, the perseverance, we would have spoken about being the change, speaking up as a people. All of these topics that we had for the past couple of days, I trust that you guys are meditating and actually being the change, being the influence, the power of perseverance, being persistent, living in unity, making up with your neighbor, making up with your friend and saying, hey, let's stop this. Life is too short. Let us get on the same page. Because at the end of the day, we are not here for a long time. Whether we like it or not, whether we believe it or not. How you guys doing? I'm still waiting on a comment. I'm still waiting on you guys to say how you guys are doing. I know in most cases, some of you, you're probably a bit delayed with the stream. But for me, I'm doing fine. I'm doing great. I feel fantastic. At the end of the day, I always say positivity will always meet negativity, but never let negativity overpower your positivity. So while I'm not 100%, I still feel fantastic. I'm alive. I'm well. God woke me up this morning. I gave him thanks and praise. I trust that you also would have already given him thanks and praise. If you're just waking up, don't forget to do that. And if you forgot to do it and you're hearing me saying this to you, go ahead and do it right now. Just simply say, thank you, God, for this beautiful day. Or thank you, God, for another day to be in the land of the living. As you guys are coming in, if you are on the YouTube, go ahead and press the like. For those of you in Radio Land, we don't really get to interact much because you guys don't really call as you used to before, and I don't know why. But whatever the reason is, I trust that you guys are doing well, and just know that you guys are loved unconditionally, because before we went to the YouTube platform, you guys were there. And some of you would have transitioned over to the YouTube with us. And some of you are still on the terrestrial radio. And we appreciate you. I just want to say a special, special good morning to you. And let you know that you are loved and never, ever, ever forgotten. I'm going to reach out to the Met Office. Let's see what the weather is like for today, October 16th.
You've been with us. You've stayed connected. And now, loyalty pays back. At Flow, we're rewarding our customers with $400 in vouchers. That's like 7 months off your mobile bill. Back in your pocket. Back to you. Simply add mobile to your current home internet plan and claim your $400 reward today. Loyalty pays back. That's how we keep your rhythm flowing.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in Grenada. But here's the good news. There's a powerful movement sweeping across the region to change that. It's called Hearts in the Americas, and it's transforming how we care for our hearts right here in our communities. Did you know Hearts is active in over 7,000 health centers across 33 countries, reaching more than 45 million adults? It helps doctors and nurses use the best global practices to prevent and control high blood pressure, diabetes, and other cardiovascular risks. And by 2025, Hearts will be the standard model for heart health in primary care across the Americas. So, what does that mean for you? It means better care, earlier detection, and healthier lives for you, your family, and your community. So next time you visit your health center, ask about the Hearts program. Get your blood pressure checked, take control of your heart health, because every heartbeat counts.
That was a message from the Ministry of Health.
Guys, remember I told you this morning is definitely about patience. Nevertheless, we will persevere and we will push through. On the line with us at the meteorological office, we have Ms. Vondi Cyrus. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you and to your listeners. Here's the weather for today, Thursday, 16th October 2025. It is a fair morning here at the MBIA. Winds are from the southeast at 16 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is 1010.6 millibars. That is below normal and rising. The present temperature is 29.5 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity is 80%. Yesterday's maximum temperature was 31.5 degrees Celsius. Last night's minimum temperature was 29.1 degrees Celsius. There was no rainfall recorded here at the MBIA over the past 24 hours. Hence, the total for the month remains at 12.8 millimeters. Now let's look at the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight for the state of Grenada. The weather is expected to be mostly fair with a low chance of light, isolated afternoon showers. Today's maximum temperature can be around 32 degrees Celsius. Winds southeasterly to southerly at 12 to 22 miles per hour. Seas slight to moderate with waves up to 5 feet in open waters. Tides high at 12:30 p.m., low at 5:30 p.m. Sunset today 5:48, sunrise tomorrow 5:57. Just a recap of the public weather forecast valid for today and tonight. The weather is expected to be mostly fair with a low chance of light, isolated afternoon showers. From the Met Services, this is Vondi Cyrus. Have a great day.
Thank you so much. Have a great day as well.
Customers expect quality. M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together. In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Angel's Beauty Salon and Barbershop, Bruce Street Mall, St. George's, your one-stop destination for all things beauty. Hair services, relaxes, waves, treatments, braids, cornrows, natural hairstyles, locks and lock installation, wig installation, nail services, acrylic nails, gel nails, pedicures, and more. Call or WhatsApp us today, 1473-403-4421 to book your appointment today.
This year, make colorful Christmas memories with Berger. Get 30% off select 1 and 5 gallon purchases. Each purchase over $300 gives you a chance to win one of 3 cash prizes every month. October $2,000, November $3,000, December $5,000. Drop your entries in the specially marked boxes in store and enter as many times as you like. Promotion ends December 20th. Berger Paints for lasting beauty and protection.
It's in the feeling and how we talk. It's in the meaning and our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life keeps pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep things flowing. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
The new Granville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside. Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
Welcome, listeners, to Did You Know? A 5-minute feature from the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. I am your presenter, Oslin Crosby. On this week's program, we continue to share excerpts of the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union's recent collaborative initiative with the Grenada National Council of the Disabled, GNCD. Sharing background on the credit union's involvement in this program, General Manager Mr. Devon Charles said the GCCU is a financial institution who believes in financial empowerment and inclusivity.
Today's event did not just start. Over the last couple of years, we have been part of your council, being invited to be part of the Family Day that started a couple of years ago. And through my engagement with many of you and Ms. Gabriel, we have been continuing to look at opportunities as it relates to how we can work along with you as a cooperative to bring support to you to help improve your level of living one way or the other. I've also paid close attention to the media, and many times some of your members are out there making a clarion call, looking for support for whatever business venture that they are involved in.
Supported through statistics by the World Health Organization, there are currently 1.3 billion people living with disability in the world.
It was also mind-boggling for me to realize, based on research from the ILO, that despite all of the challenges that persons like yourself face, when you do find work, of which many of you are self-employed, you are earning 12% less an hour as compared to persons, able-bodied persons. And we find that to be a very interesting statistic. And as an institution and as leaders in our community, something has to be done about that.
Inspired by those reasons, Mr. Charles said the initiative was born.
And I'm happy to report to you today that we are now at a place that we can start this pilot program whereby the Grenville Cooperative Credit Union has now committed a sum of $200,000 dedicated for soft loans for persons who are entrepreneurs within the disabled community with loans of a maximum of up to $10,000. That is why we are here today, to speak of this facility and also to hear from you and to share information with you as to how we can work with you so you can access these finances. Because we believe focusing on providing access to finance for you creates opportunities, economic opportunities, and also gives you an opportunity to enhance your skills by involving the GIDC in what is it that we are doing, and to ensure, importantly, we are not just putting monies in your hand, but we are giving you an opportunity to become viable and sustainable entrepreneurs.
We are due now for a break, more when we return.
The new Grenville Credit Union debit card has made online shopping easier than ever. Quick, secure, and hassle-free. Just tap, pay, and shop with confidence. Get yours today.
Welcome back. If you are just joining us on this week's program, we are sharing excerpts of the recently held collaborative initiative between the GNCD and the GCCU. The general manager reiterated that the credit union's overall involvement goes beyond lending.
We are built on the principles of equity, inclusion, and community concern. And our role involves opening doors to transform ideas into income and initiatives into employment. And we believe by supporting ventures we are doing now would give you an opportunity to expand your service delivery, whether it is craft, whether it is agribusiness, or whether it is digital micro business. We believe that by investing in those areas, we are investing in wealth creation. We are providing you with an opportunity to create jobs for yourself and members within your community. And further to that together, the disabled community becomes a more resilient community economically.
Before we wrap up this week, members are reminded of the early closure of all GCCU offices on Thursday, 16th October, to allow staff and members an opportunity to attend the International Credit Union Day activities in St. Andrew, celebrated under the theme, Cooperation for a Prosperous World. Members are also encouraged to purchase your t-shirts at the various offices for only $40, and register so transportation arrangements can be made to allow your attendance. And that's it for this week. Until next week, I am your presenter, Oslin Crosby. Grenville Credit Union, your financial institution who values our membership and strives to provide exceptional customer service.
Heart disease is the leading cause of death in Grenada. But here's the good news. There's a powerful movement sweeping across the region to change that. It's called Hearts in the Americas, and it's transforming how we care for our hearts right here in our communities. Did you know Hearts is active in over 7,000 health centers across 33 countries, reaching more than 45 million adults? It helps doctors and nurses use the best global practices to prevent and control high blood pressure, diabetes, and other cardiovascular risks. And by 2025, Hearts will be the standard model for heart health in primary care across the Americas. So what does that mean for you? It means better care, earlier detection, and healthier lives for you, your family, and your community. So next time you visit your health center, ask about the Hearts program. Get your blood pressure checked, take control of your heart health, because every heartbeat counts.
That was a message from the Ministry of Health.
In an industry where customers expect quality, M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Are you passionate about helping others? Caring, compassionate, and reliable? Then guess what? This job is calling your name. A caregiver is needed in Duquesne St. Mark, and it can be you making the difference. Don't sit back. Step up, shine, and show your heart. Call 442-9749 right now. That's 442-9749. Be the caregiver who changes lives starting today. Don't miss your chance to make an impact.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting vine in every row, Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feed and all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe. In the garden, in the field, real stories now revealed. Voices strong with tales to share of heritage, love, and country care. Let the young and old unite. Real expression shining bright. Agriculture is the way to build tomorrow from today. We'll grow real, grow Grenada. Part of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, agri proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
It's Agriculture Thursday, and we are back, guys. For whatever reason, I was not hearing myself, but I'm fine now. Listen, I told you guys earlier, a lot is going on this morning. A lot is going on, and I think that my patience is being tested. I think that, how should I put it? I think that me understanding that things will not always go as we would like them to go is becoming a reality, because trust me, when I woke up this morning, I did not expect to be feeling the way that I'm feeling. But nevertheless, I always say I have life, I have health, I have strength. I'm here by God's grace. So I am still going to make the best out of this day. Of course, it's Agriculture Thursday. For those of you just joining, The program will be up until 9 a.m. this morning. And I have with me, of course, Mr. Bertrand John. Good morning to you, BJ.
Morning, Nabila. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm not well, but I'm doing well.
That's good.
Yes. This morning, I wanted to speak a bit about celebrating farmers, the backbone of our nation, because farmers aren't really celebrated as they should. I don't believe that they receive the recognition that they deserve. So I wanted to celebrate them this morning, if that makes sense. Is there a World Farmers Day?
Yeah, World Food Day.
Yeah.
That is coming up very soon.
I know.
There probably be a World Farmers Day, yes?
You know what?
You have Teachers Day, you have Nurses Day. It's possible. I don't know. I haven't heard about it. World Farmers Day.
That's the thing. Let me, Google is our best friend nowadays. So let me see. World Farmers Day. So they are actually celebrated on May 14th.
There we go.
Mm-hmm.
And see here, May would pass. I'm going to keep that,
Hang on.
as a low-key day.
Okay, so there's so much. There's May 14th. There is December 23rd. You know what? Hang on. So it was May 14th.
Yes.
It's actually May 14th. It wasn't celebrated because I don't remember it at all.
It's probably celebrated. Maybe it passed over your head. You never know. Things that aren't important to certain people, they may have their thing, but it may be, done, under the radar. You never know. But something like that should be celebrated. And it should be a very marked and special day.
I agree. It was not celebrated in Grenada. I do stand corrected, but to be quite honest, BJ, I would have remembered.
Okay.
And I think you would have remembered as well.
Well, I should have been part of it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I want to take the next couple of minutes that we have. I'm counting it as minutes now. I'm not looking at it as hours. I'm counting today as minutes. To just recognize farmers. Because at the end of the day, they are the backbone of the nation.
That's true.
They do so much. So much.
Farmers are special people.
Yes.
Just the nature of the job. And farming is hard work everywhere, not just Grenada alone.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, farmers should be given, special, I wouldn't say, we getting little concession here and there.
Mm-hmm.
We are, being looked after, in ways that probably the authorities could improve on. But, so far it's not so bad. You're being given planting materials in certain instances.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's just that the emphasis on the personnel, on the human resource, it's not being focused on in the manner in which it should. And I'm trying to be diplomatic here now, because trust me, we should have a database of all our farmers here, not just to be given ID cards and stuff like that.
Right.
But there should be a reachable unit. And they should be, totally involved in the decision-making process in our country. Not just farming alone.
Right.
Because when you're going to build roads and you're going to build bridges and stuff, it do affect the farmers in one way or another. Like some farming areas, the size of the road is so small, A big vehicle can barely pass. And you're talking about farm roads, and you're talking about developing, your farm, but it's only a pickup that can travel on that road and that kind of thing. So, sometimes we have to look at the bigger picture and involve the people sometimes that involve in, the farming community in a particular area before we make certain decisions for that area.
Because when we look at it, and guys, we're just celebrating farmers for the next 11 minutes or 10 minutes or so. It could be shorter, but of course you want to bring recognition to it. Because when you look at it, they wake up before dawn and they work long after the sun goes down.
Yeah, sometime into the night. And then you have to be up looking at your fields for thieves and stuff like that. All of those kind of things.
Exactly.
You have to, wet in the night because the ground is so hot now. You can't really wet during the, the heat of the day. You prefer to do it late evening or into the night. So farmers don't really have working hours,
That's true.
You have to be sometimes around the clock. And sometimes you're planting, you want to do it late evening so the plants don't go through shock and stuff like that.
Right.
You want to get up early to catch the fresh water before the water sources are, contaminated with squeezy and soap and other things and oil and whatever.
Oh, wow.
If you wash the vehicle in the river in certain places.
And then you use that water to pump into your wow.
Yeah, so sometimes you can be using contaminated water. So sometimes you want to get up early and do that before the river becomes, because you don't see those things, sometimes it's so diluted, you don't see it, but it's there.
True.
Because where does it go? When you do all the washing and stuff in the river,
It runs down.
yeah, it's there.
Wow. I never thought of it like that, People would do their laundry, the cars, and whatever other biochemicals, and so they
Aren't you
would.
find we having less and less crayfish in the river?
You see, I don't have crayfish days. I don't even know how to hold a
Oh, what a pity! And you didn't used to live so far from the stream.
That's the next thing. I was an inside child.
Oh, there we go.
Yes, but of course someone said that farmers are not the backbone, they're basically the heart of the nation.
Well, that's true.
And
We provide the food. We are the sustainer of life in our country.
yes.
We keep people healthy. We own foreign exchange. All of those. And we need to be treated with a bit more respect and dignity and focus. And this is what is lacking.
Of course.
The support system isn't there. And I don't expect government to take every cent they have and put in the agriculture sector, but I do expect them to invest a bit more in that sector. Where are the capital projects?
Yeah.
You hardly seen those. Where are the support system? We had a little hurricane, a year or so back, and then what did happen? Farmers are still crying out for a little support system for the fields. They want to go on rehab, and you give them $4,500, and you forget them.
Yeah.
We are the caring capital to assist them to bring them back to where they were.
That's true.
I mean, tell me about it, man.
I think it's
You do give big tax break on, millions and millions of dollars to, the other sectors.
Yeah.
So why farmers cannot be given some, direct input to assist them to get them, productive again?
True. I think it's a matter of holding consultations with the farmers to understand, okay, what is it that they need. They need to be a bit more engaged, do a bit more outreach when it comes to farmers. And I would say this, I spoke as it relates to unity yesterday. I would say this, don't skip over because of color. That's what I'm going to say. Don't skip over because because of color. Because at the end of the day, we have to understand that farmers, they aren't just laborers. They're entrepreneurs. They're scientists, problem
Mhm.
solvers. They have to adapt to new techniques without harming the earth. When you pass a farm, you don't just see crops. You see resilience. You see hope. You see build back after after a natural disaster. And that in itself should say a lot.
That's true.
And we should really do a bit more to celebrate them, because without them, there isn't the banana punch, there isn't the potato pudding, there isn't, the bread, because they're wheat farmers as well. We have to be mindful, and we need to pay a bit more emphasis on celebrating our farmers here in the Tri-Island state. Now, farming is a calling. It's a promise to feed a nation no matter the challenges, and it requires vision. So, if they're
That's
not
true.
celebrated, if they're not recognized,
Even celebrated now is the right word.
right?
I think we have World Food Day coming up, and we're going to be recognizing a few farmers for the contribution towards whatever particular area, because they have different categories.
Right.
And that is good. However, you need to take it a step beyond that. You need to basically, earmark your farmers
Mhm.
and treat them as special people.
Mhm. Mhm.
And if you're not sure about what special I'm talking about, underline it.
Oh my.
Yes, they are special people. You should be putting them in capital letters, because trust me, farming is hard work. Sometimes, it's like every other thing. When you set out to do whatever business, a certain level of risk is involved.
Yeah.
But farming is very, very high risk business.
Yeah.
Think about where we're living. Think about where we are located. We are located in the Caribbean. And tell you what, for 6 months of the year, you as a farmer feeling uneasy,
Mhm.
So you have psychological stress because you doesn't know when a hurricane is coming.
That's
Once
it.
June break to December, you're uncertain as to what it is may happen to your crops.
Mhm.
But you have to farm under those kind of conditions. You have to provide food. Did you realize when we had COVID what had happened? Look at it. They said everybody stay indoors, but we want our farmers to go outside and produce food. So we were given special pass and stuff like that.
Mhm.
The animals need to be tended to, and the crops need to be looked after.
Right.
So, you have to treat those people as special people. You need to celebrate them, and you need to basically, how should I put it? You need to show appreciation that you are blessed to have them. Because, places like the US and stuff, they have to bring in workers, they have to bring farm workers in
Mhm.
to do the work, because the citizens that live there generally don't want to get involved in that.
Right. That's true. Which is weird, right?
Nobody want to plant the corn, everybody want to read the barn. You understand?
I do.
It's hard work to plant the corn.
It is. It
So
is.
let those who labor hold the rain, those people who work hard, we need to treat them special.
I agree.
And when we sit on our table and enjoying ourselves, we need to realize that whatever we are dealing with came from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever we're pushing down in our stomach, it came from, some farm.
Yeah.
But I know what we concentrate on is the finished product. You don't want to nurture the seed. We just want to eat the fruit.
Mm. So today, guys, to all the farmers listening, we celebrate you. We honor your dedication, your courage, and your impact. You are the true backbone of this nation, the foundation upon which every other sector stands. Your work is a noble rhythm that keeps the entire nation moving forward. Hard, physical, and often unpredictable, but done with love, resilience, and deep respect for the earth. Every meal that nourishes us as children and every export that strengthens the economy begins with you, the farmer. We're
Yes.
gonna take a commercial break, BJ, and we'll be right back.
Customers expect quality. M&N Hardware Limited is a leader in locally manufactured aluminum windows, doors, roofing, and guttering. Our manufacturing division is efficient, flexible, and will always go the extra mile to surpass customer expectations. If you need security, sash, casement, or projected windows, we're able to do it. Our security and heavy-duty doors are state-of-the-art and can be customized specifically for you. Using innovative coating technologies and protective film, our roofing and guttering is weather-resistant, providing outstanding color retention for many years. Available in 24 and 26 gauge and a variety of color options. We are the leading company, a family that is proving to customers they can have their dream products. M&N Hardware Limited. Foundation to roof, let's build together.
Are you passionate about helping others? Caring, compassionate, and reliable? Then guess what? This job is calling your name. A caregiver is needed in Duquesne St. Mark, and it can be you making the difference. Don't sit back. Step up, shine, and show your heart. Call 442-9749 right now. That's 442-9749. Be the caregiver who changes lives starting today. Don't miss your chance to make an impact.
Are you ready to take your brand to the next level? Look no further than the Chameleon Design Studios, the creative powerhouse behind Key Central and dozens of standout brands across Grenada and beyond. From web designs, animations, and motion graphics to custom video productions, we bring your visions to life with unmatched efficiency and professionalism. Need a logo? Logo design starts at just $1,500, and our starter pack includes brochures, call cards, and letterheads. Whether you're launching a new business, revamping your identity, or telling your story visually, Chameleon Design Studios is the new face of designs. Call us now at 1473-422-8601 or scan that QR code. Follow us on Instagram at chameleon_473. Let's communicate. Call us today.
Hey Grenada, are you ready to take charge of your future? The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union is here to help you make it happen. Whether you're starting a savings journey, planning for education, or chasing your big dreams, we've got the tools and support you need. With savings, loans, mortgages, and expert financial advice, your goals are within reach. And for the youth of our nation, we believe in you. Let us help you build the foundation for a brighter tomorrow. Visit us at Jubilee Street, Grenville, Lucas Street, St. George, or our brand new modern spaces at Seaton Brown Street, Grenville, and Grand Anse. Call us on 442-8602 or stop by one of our branches at Grenville Cooperative Credit Union. We're not just securing your finances, we're investing in your future. Let's grow, dream, and succeed together. The Grenville Cooperative Credit Union, the credit union of Grenville, building a brighter future for you, for us, for Grenada.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada, heart of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, and we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
And we are back, guys. BJ, I want to shift the focus a bit now. I want to talk a little bit about farming as a family legacy, passing it on from generation to generation to generation. Now, I believe in every family there should be, if you're a farmer, there should be at least one child within the home if you have multiple children that wants to take up that mandate and say, okay, when dad is not able to do it anymore, I am going to take over. So I think I want to talk about farming as a family legacy per se. What do you think?
Well, I think, Nabi, that require policy, that require planning at a national level, not just at the family level, because you need government policy in order to protect what it is that you set out to do. For example, most of the locals who owned estates and would have died and passed it on to their children, what the children do is to cut up those estates and sell it into house lots. So you lose that parcel of land to housing development. And sometimes you can't really blame those people because they look for a quick fix. They have no intention of going on labor to make millions when they can sell a few lots of land and make millions. So in order to guard against those kind of activities, government need to have proper land use policies in place in order to protect those kind of legacy that you set out to to protect. Most people would have left their estate and say, hang on, something, I'm sure my children going to continue where I left off.
Right.
But when you used to be getting, $5 per pound for nutmeg 15 years ago, and all of a sudden your dad would have died or whoever, would have owned the land, and they pass it on to you, and you start getting $3 after 15 years. Would you continue with the same operation like them? I doubt it very much. I think young people are a little more smart than that, a little more educated. And again, we have to ensure that what it is that we set out to do make economic sense, or else it wouldn't be sustainable. That's one of the pillars. When you set up, your legacy, you have to ensure that if you're leaving something behind, it just make economic sense, or else it's going to just fade away. If he cannot support his own self, if he cannot sustain the activities, what sense does it make? Because you see, one of the reasons why you are leaving property and wealth and stuff behind is for people to become wealthier than you actually was, than you were. And, if it does not make that sense, what sense does it, you should carry on that kind of activities? Your generation actually going to be regressing. You're going to be going back, And you don't want that to happen. You want when your father was getting $5 per pound for nutmeg, and you say something 15 years later, I'm now getting $25 per pound. I could, continue with that operation. But when the everything going up, all the inputs keep going up, all the production costs keep going up, and the price for the product keep going down, then what legacy are you talking about? A regression in what you set out to do.
Well, you can look at it with the nutmeg, but there are other areas that we can look at. We can look at
chicken farm.
Yes.
It fall apart about the place. Dad used to have 3-4 pen, and all of a sudden the cost for feed would have gone up so much that you cannot sustain those chicken any longer, and you close down the operation.
But
production costs keep going up, and the price that you're getting for your product is not comparative, is not proportional. So what do? You close down the operation, and legacy fall apart along the way. And that's not what you really want to happen.
Right.
So you need to protect against those things. This have to be done privately and publicly.
Okay.
Government policies have to be geared towards protecting those kind of activities. But when the government themselves cutting up their parcels of land and sell and give people 2 and 3 acres, what do you expect? Not the other people to follow?
True.
That's the pattern. Lack of planning. Zero goal. We don't have a proper goal. So whatever evolve, we grab it and hug it, and sometimes a monster we are hugging. It only look pretty for a while. We only operating good for the first year or two.
True. So, do you think, other than like government, right? Do you think there are other measures that us as the generation behind can take to ensure that the legacy continues if we decide that, okay, we want the legacy to continue?
We have to educate our children properly. That's the first thing. We have to ensure that what we set out to do have a proper foundation. For example, a lot of people used to produce pepper and sell it, in its raw form on the market. The next generation may decide to come in and study food processing,
Right.
and make pepper sauce and a wide range of product. So you add value, you carry on a family business, you tag it, you whatever, you brand it, and those kind of things. So it could happen. However, it require proper planning. It require, in some cases, public assistance. Those are the things that the government should be supporting.
That's
Not that you're supporting an individual person, but you are basically, using a legacy as an example, so you can motivate the next generation,
True.
or even the people around.
True. Valid point. So,
Government reluctant to use, private entity for whatever mileage, and then political mileage or whatever economic mileage and stuff like that. So they very rarely talk about, private individual, except it's their friend and that kind of thing. But sometimes you need to look at this stuff rationally. You need to look at the activities in a prudent way. And sometimes you need to take the positive out of it and, sell it so you can motivate people.
okay.
Negative things only motivate people temporarily,
I get that. I get that. So it all still would go back to education and the
Yes, and
government.
proper planning.
All right.
Daddy would basically on his dying bed call you in and say, hang on, I'm leaving this 20 acres there for you, this 100 acres there, and I don't want you to sell it, and I don't want you to, whatever, I want you to develop it and put you through university and X, Y, and Z. And basically, you owe that person that, commitment. But, in a lot of cases, the economic condition does not lend itself to what it is that you set out to do.
Right.
If you have, bad environment, bad climate, bad atmosphere, how would you produce? How would you sell what it is you're producing? If you have, instability in terms of, predial larceny and all of those, how do you function? How do you survive? So it's a whole collective approach we need to take with regard to development, and proper sustainability. Whatever is set out to do have to be good for the people. It got to be good for your country, and it got to make economic sense, or else don't do it.
True. But it would still go back to practicing the sustainable farming, utilizing the pre-electionary task force,
All of those.
utilizing the small resources that we have now. Because if we look at it, I don't think stealing is going anywhere. the climate
That's what I'm
change
trying to
is
tell
getting
you.
worse.
Sometimes if your economic condition is fairly bad,
Mhm.
you find more thieves than normal. That's a direct correlation. Everywhere is like that. If a lot of people are employed and active, you have less prettier larceny.
You think
Sometimes
so?
people, yes, sometimes people economic condition that make them do those kind of things, Nabi. Some people doesn't really want to do it,
Mhm.
but sometimes it come between, survival and whatever. And you weigh the pros and cons and you get involved. But if you had a job and you're getting paid at the end of the week and you don't have to, the money stress is less on you. You have less temptation to do certain things. That's normal. That's natural.
So,
But if you don't have anything, the children have to go to school. You have to provide food for them. You're really. I'm not promoting tiffin neither. I'm just giving you the reality. Sometimes I go up on my farm and see some people are steal stuff. Them have a bunch of fig, bananas, and we walk past each other. We don't say anything.
really?
Yeah, they come out in the field, and we catch up each other, unexpectedly. They walk past, I walk past. Sometimes I say hello, they say hello. We don't talk about the banana.
But isn't it easier to just ask?
Sometimes they don't see you.
But
You weren't there.
They know where you are.
Yeah,
They
sometimes
know
people,
the days that you're
people
there.
do ask.
Right. They know the days that you're there. Most of them, if they're really into it, they would know the times and everything because they're monitoring
Remember the
you.
society we are living in.
Mhm.
Some people are just proud for everything, even to ask for something that they
That's the
need.
problem. That is the problem. Our pride always gets the better of us and cause us to do things that we
It's a
should
false
not be
pride.
doing.
You want something, you should be asking for it.
Yes. Good morning to you.
Good morning to you, Miss Nebula, and to Mr. BJ.
Good morning, Clifford.
Very nice conversation. Yeah? Very nice conversation. And he brings me back to the old time days of estate. And BJ, who is a manager of estate, would understand and know those things. A lot of what you're saying there is overshoot. Past should go up. So you had the estate long ago. You had watchman, you had driver, you have what you call an overseer, and then you have the manager who runs the whole estate. And you would sometimes do even have to ask for things. For instance, on a banana day, after you finish the hand your banana and so, people walk in and take what we call the reject. And reject in those days was good fig. People getting enough reject to feed their pigs. People who have pigs and whatnot. And that was understanding. Let us remember, in the Gary era, in St. Andrews alone, and DJ will help me here, you had over about 40 estates. And Gary was the first person that started acquiring some of the land, estate land. Places like Granby Estate, Bellevue Estate, you had Mountain Estate, Maribor Estate, Seamoon Estate, Hope Estate, and you go way on and on. And all these estates used to be over 200 acres of land. You would have had something as, and any one of the estates, you have over 70 persons working, 40 persons working, overseer, two, three drivers, workers, and what you call the general manager. One man used to be managing over 5 and 6 estates, One man, Willie Branch, for instance, was managing Hope, Maribor, Moncton, and other places at the same time, and he had estate on his own besides that. Capital Estate, over 100 acres again. So we had, and in those days you have produce, you have banana, you're doing banana, you're doing nutmeg and cocoa, chief crop, and then you have gardening. So what you will sell, some Oscar will come and buy from you, or you sell to sell other places and so. But these estates and it was well managed and well run. Even when Gary took over most of the estates, they had more workers because the politicians had to find work for people. You know, the system was so different and so managed. One person managing 6 estates, 5 estates. The general manager pass around and he instruct, and you have the field supervisor, what you call the driver, and you have the overseer as the man that's responsible for dispatching the workers. Then you have a bookkeeper. This thing was well organized before. And then you had the estate start cutting up, the subdividing. And that is where we start having problems because most of the estate was subdivided. You know, like Maribo, even with the propagators is the way we call it high level. All that used to be lands, preserved lands for experimental and so. So we were nice, you know. Production of cocoa. When you're picking cocoa, mostly every estate pick the cocoa around the same time. And you have a cycle in you pick the cocoa, you pick now, and the next 3 or 4 weeks again you will pick again, so you pick out all the ripe ones. So you have that is why we started. We had the fermentries. You had Carlton and you have Moncton. You know, nutmeg, same thing. You started a nutmeg factory here. What happened to it? There. So production, and that's when I think that chase people from farming. Your production decline. You can't take on the amount of workers again. So people go and look for work other places and other ways. And yes, this salary was low, but people used to make it, you know. They were living semi-good with a small salary. It was low. And yes, a lot was done by Mr. Gary and other person to bring up the price. Today, average farmer worker gets $60 a day. I know in the days when he was getting $1 and something, I started working for $2.70 or something like that. An estate. So that is one of the reasons that production and thing, because we cut up some of the best land. Look at where we just light up there. Progress Park. All that used to be cocoa, you know. But a cocoa field there, right to the end there. I mean, we need some development. We agree. But things was done kind of helter-skelter. And that killed our production. Mr. BJ, I want to hear a little on that.
All right, Clifford, thank you.
The first point is that to do certain kind of agriculture, you need large parcels of land. And if you don't have it, it doesn't make sense you're getting involved in it. Plus, if you have large parcels of land, it's always easier to have your crops concentrated in a particular area, so it doesn't have to run all over the place searching for something. For example, the soursop farmers and pick up 3 in a bag here, and they pick up 4, and right around the country to get 300-400 pounds of soursop for the day. Think about the cost in terms of time and all of those. Plus the whole risk of bruising and post-harvesting technology and stuff like that. So you're bouncing it up all over the place. You're traveling with it in a bag, in the back of a whole car, and remember, people have to eat those.
Yeah.
So it's always better if you have large parcels of land to involve in your agricultural practices. That's the first thing. With regard to production, cocoa production, and other form of production and stuff like that. Let's face it, cocoa is not a very profitable crop. However, chocolate production is a very, very, very lucrative form of business. So how comes we're not getting involved in that? And how do we expect our farmers to be properly paid if you don't get involved in that activity, in the money-making aspect of things? And this is the problem. Our policies, our direction, our focus, our target. We don't set those. We don't have proper planning
Right.
in whatever we set out to do. So we just being hopeful and we just thinking in a wishful way. The world don't run like that. You have to be realistic. You have to live on, ways and means, not hopes and dreams. You can have your little dreams if you want to, but you have to get up and make the thing work as you want it. Well, it's you're forever going to be dreaming, you can continue dreaming if you want to.
Mm-hmm.
And all what's going to be happening is that your farmers keep going, backward. You don't really want that to happen. You want to, and we was talking about legacy and family business and stuff like that. You want daddy to be, be paid $5-10 a pound for cocoa, and by the time he hand over the property to you, you expect to be paid $20. And that will be, that will be an incentive. That will be motivation. That will be an impetus for you to educate your son now to take over the business from you. Because the thing make economic sense. It can sustain the family. It can cause growth. You can have, proper regeneration, not degeneration. There is a lot they call negation, Nabi. It's natural.
Okay.
The old have to give way for the young. It's normal. You're born, you're going to get big, and you're going to die, and somebody going to take over from you.
Right.
All right? And that's a natural law. Even though you do eat food, you're going to malnutrition, and then you're going to dead or whatever.
Okay.
But you're going to have some growth. But now be somebody going to take your space.
True.
And that person who taking your space should be better off than you. Or else your country wouldn't have proper growth. Not just your family, The family is just a unit. But if you don't have, successful people and successful business, your country wouldn't develop.
Right.
What business government have? Nothing. Everything they have, they're selling. And they can run nothing, not even ice cream shop. And, it's the private sector that fuel your economy now.
Yeah. Yes.
And that's where the farmers come in. We don't just produce the raw material, but we should be able to manufacture it and create economic activities and squeeze every dollar that we are able to get from our produce. That's what we're not doing. When you put it in a bag and sell it in its raw form, how are you going to maximize your benefit from it? And you growing it, you're producing it.
True.
Think about the shelf life. Almost everything in its raw form tend to deteriorate fairly fast,
Yeah.
Is when you process it, you tend to extend its life.
True.
So, what are we doing?
But do you think that we have the facilities in place to produce products from these raw materials?
Yes, we have some, but we're not utilizing it. We have the chocolate factory, about 5 or 6 throughout Grenada. Chocolate factory.
I know of Belmont. I know
Yeah,
of
Belmont,
the one Upper Hermitage.
Yeah, and then you have Victoria. I think 2 in Victoria.
Juve. I know about the Juve. I don't know about
Then you
Grenada.
have people who do other little thing. Where else they have one again? You have one in Moncton. I think this was a big one. I heard, I haven't seen it yet.
Wow.
That they wanted to do milk chocolate or something there.
And
All of those, so we have them sitting all around the place,
but we're not utilizing them.
not structured properly.
But
And
that-
where is the production of cocoa to
Yeah.
sustain those things? Cocoa is on the decline. The price is more or less, diminishing. What do you do? So you have to take a whole collective approach. You have to look at this thing in a holistic way and decide what it is making sense. If we're getting involved in that, if we're rehabilitating the cocoa industry, all of those and where we spending the money, who we targeting, what production do we expect to get over a 5-year period, all of those things, so we can plan.
We can, but outside of cocoa,
You have
there's of course
nutmegs,
nutmeg, right?
you have soursop, all of those we produce on a fairly large scale. I mean, large in Grenada context. And we couldn't do something with them. You have short-term crops that we can rush into what takes 6 months, and we can have, a small versatile factory that we able to process them. I mean, things like cassava flour and stuff like that. We
Yeah.
should be able to produce those things. Even breadfruit flour. So too much of breadfruit wasting body place.
A
We
lot
can
of
plant some
breadfruit.
more if we want to. Sometimes they're being year round these days.
Mhm.
And we can produce those things and utilize them and be healthier people and create economic activities and opportunities for our people, especially the younger folks.
True.
We can send them abroad and study in those particular area and basically get them to come back and invest the time and effort.
But sometimes it's hard for them to come back, especially when they go out there and they realize that, hey, I could be making a bit more money if I utilize my skills over
That's
there.
true. The opportunities is great outside there, and people
Yeah.
might be looking for it. But at the same time, if you educate your people properly, then they tend to see money as secondary,
Right.
not the primary thing.
primary.
And that's what we need to do.
Proper education.
Mr. Pierre was saying only recently that, hang on, what's wrong in the government of Cuba saying that, hang on, when our doctors go out and work, that part of the money has to come back to the state.
Mhm.
He said, but remember, it's the state that look after you from since you're in kindergarten to becoming a doctor without having to pay 1 cent.
True.
So he doesn't have no loan or whatever,
Mhm.
those kind of commitments, student loans and other things.
Right.
That was given to you for free. So what happened? You can't give back the state something. What happened with the patriotism?
Mm. True.
Are you saying that the state have an obligation to educate you for free and don't look back for anything from you?
Mhm.
I don't see the logics in that.
Interesting.
Where
Very
the tax money, these people tax money that come from to educate you,
That's true. That's true. So
So now the people just saying, hang on, for the next generation, you have to put back something in the economy so we can have that. The next generation being educated for free. What happened to that? Once it's done within reason,
Mhm.
once it's done in a reasonable way.
Mhm.
In Grenada here, we don't have no thanks and no regard and no, love for anything. So somebody educates you to spend $150,000 to get you your degree and stuff like that. And as you get it, you go.
Mhm.
But that $150,000 come from somewhere.
of course, us taxpayers.
Exactly. So why can't you give back something?
You can. It's an interesting perspective to look at. It is 8:29. We are going to take a short commercial break. Of course, this is Agriculture Thursday, and we will be with you up until 9 a.m. this morning.
It is said, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Therefore, the authenticity of the beverage can only be acquired in the taste. A taste which is original to Antoine de Beauregard Industries and comes from a combination of spices and local rum, which can hold its own all over the world. Woodman, a strength which speaks for itself, a taste which stands out from the rest, bottled with care, which speaks to perfection. Try Woodman today and be stunned by a flavor as never before. Let your palate savor that which is produced locally. Do not be deterred by substandard products. Our taste speaks volumes and sets us apart from the competition. You will be satisfied with every sip of our product. Say rum, say Woodman, feel satisfaction. Now that's quality.
Hey mom, hey dad. Remember, my health, my safety, it's our responsibility. Every child matters. I am growing up. Let's work together. My health and My safety matters. It's your responsibility. Happy Child Month.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
It's in the feeling in how we talk. It's in the meaning in our spark. It is the thing that sets us apart. Who we are. Cause the rhythm of life is pumping. Together going strong. No matter what, we keep exploring. Before we will go all in. Our hands up in the sky. Celebrate and come let your rhythm flow.
Classic Furniture. Our items are made from the best local wood available on island. Our products are made with love, care, and the experience we have gained over the years. Why do you even contemplate using substandard furniture, which is imported, when you can get the best made right here in Grenada? Our factory is located in the cultural village of Chantimel and our showroom on Benjoon Street, St. Andrew. We are also noted for refurbishing that piece of furniture to its initial look. When looking for quality furniture, there is only one place to look, and that's Classic Furniture, where we take care of your needs with utmost care. So give us a call today and put your furniture woes to rest. Classic Furniture, where love and luxury is combined to provide the ultimate satisfaction. Call us today on 442-4645. Classic Furniture.
Come one, come all. The Holy Spirit Annual Harvest takes place on Saturday, October 25th on the church grounds in Paraclete, starting from 1 p.m. Bring the whole family and enjoy a wide variety of stalls, barbecue, chicken and chips, cakes, sauce, pastries, confectionery, household items, clothing, vegetables, plants, and so much more. Plus, a cold bar and good music awaits you, making it an afternoon of fellowship, fun, and blessings. Your presence and participation will be highly appreciated. So join us at the Holy Spirit Annual Harvest on Saturday, October 25th at Paraclete. Don't miss it. The Holy Spirit Annual Harvest, food, fellowship, and faith.
Sisson's got you covered this Christmas. From ceiling to floor, from outside to inside, Sisson's is formulated to bring out our true Caribbean flair. Get 20% off Sisson's Ceiling White, Easy Clean, and Sisson's Aquaflow paints. Plus, every Sisson's purchase is an entry to win the grand prize of a 65-inch TV. Just scan the QR code, attach a picture of your receipt, and you are entered to win. Promotion runs October 1st to December 20th, 2025. Sisson's, good looks that last.
Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting pride in every row. Grenada's roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, banana, nutmeg, feeding all. We salute the ones who feed with every hand and every seed. We grow real, grow Grenada. Hearts of the land, real farmer flavor. Tune in, feel the nation rise. It's Thursday, we're proud and wise. On 91.9 Real FM style. It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibe.
It's Agriculture Thursday, Grenadian vibes, and we are back with you guys. Before we took our commercial break, we were speaking a bit about utilizing our raw materials and turning them into products that can basically have an extended shelf life, and they can even be used for export. For the next couple of minutes that we have remaining, like I said, if you're just joining in, the program will be ending at 9 a.m. this morning, so please be mindful of that. Of course, I have BJ with me this morning. BJ, I know we were speaking raw materials, turning them into products that can be utilized on our shelves, and also they can be used for export. Something that came to mind, and I was thinking, I know there is a lot of emphasis now on promoting Pure Grenada tourism. I see a lot of influencers that I look at via TikTok. The tourism sector, a lot of money is being spent to bring in these persons to promote Pure Grenada. But what I've seen it promoting really is some of the hotels and the attractions that such as Grandlands Beach, the paddle boarding, and all of these things. I am not sure if I missed it, or I'm probably not looking at the correct influencers. I don't see much of our agricultural products being promoted, such as our nutmegs, our cocos. I'm not seeing much visit to the local markets. One or two you would see visit the chocolate factory that they have set up in the St. George's region, but you don't see them going to the farm, seeing how the farmers work. What are your thoughts on that?
Nabi, we need to take a collective approach with regard to development. And just like how we are advertising our tourism product, we can fuse them in some cases with our agriculture product. And we can provide similar emphasis with what we're doing in the tourism industry, in the agriculture industry. How comes we can, sell our food in the same way that we sell in our tourism product? We are saying Pure Grenada, not Island of Spice any longer. Pure Grenada. So all our food that we are producing should carry that, basically, that bond. We should carry that label when we're exporting our, stuff. So when you pick up something from abroad and you look upon it and you see, made in Grenada or Pure Grenada or whatever you want to call it, you shouldn't, basically, feel assured that you have something of quality in your hand. And we can start doing that, if you're trying to find niche market, because remember, we cannot compete on a huge scale, on a large scale with them, some of them countries and them.
Right.
All right. But we have to find niche market. We have to find, certain areas in the world that are willing to pay very high price for our product. And we could, if we marketing properly. Mm-hmm. We need to market Grenada as a special place, and so is its product and its people.
Mm-hmm.
We need to produce quality people too,
That's true.
So when we go abroad and stuff like that, when we open up our mouth, people need to respect us.
Yeah. But
and unless we don't start doing that, people gonna associate us with our product,
True. Because most of the videos that I look at for breakfast, you don't see like them emphasizing a traditional breakfast, like but we have cassava, you can see as cassava bread. You can say, okay, we have some nutmeg jam. You don't see our products being fully marketed, especially our agricultural products. And while, yes, I understand that we want to promote the hotels, the beaches, the different activities that we have here on the island, but I believe that we can incorporate agriculture and we can incorporate our raw products as well as some of the processed products, because I know De La Grenade, they do the nutmeg jams, they
Yes.
do the guava jams. We have these local things that we can use and make attractive. There is the Rivers rum. One or two you would see visiting the factory and sampling the rum and so forth, but you don't see it being fully promoted as it should. It seems as though they're most stuck in the St. George region as opposed to venturing out. Visit a farm.
Nabi,
Mm-hmm.
you must have seen nice brown package,
Mhm.
mark rum and raisin chocolate
Mm.
from Charles, I think one of them places. And rum and raisins.
Yeah, yes, it's there.
So how comes you can have Rivers chocolate or something like that? Or Woodman chocolate or something like that. So we have the product there. How comes we cannot add value to those and create things that not be tastes like every other thing? It's
Mhm.
something you acquire,
Mm-hmm.
You use it over a period of time and you get addicted to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same where that if you're basically marketing your stuff properly and selling it properly, people can get addicted to it. When they can't get it, they get in mad just like how they can't get a cigarette, they walking all over the place,
All right,
They're looking for the stuff.
all right.
So we can produce healthy stuff for people and we can earn a lot of money if we set out to do the thing properly, not Nabi. Let me tell you something, Nabi.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Mhm.
We are producing the best cocoa in the world.
All right.
So how comes we're not producing the best chocolate in the world? Everybody does take our, not everybody, but a lot of people. They do take our, a lot of producers, they do take our raw material,
Mhm.
like our nutmegs and our cocoa, and add it to the old useless bulk stuff that they have outside to create flavor. We have flavor stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We have flavored cocoa. So when you buy them whole thing out tasting good, you have to get some ingredients and want to mix it up,
To add the flavor, because we bring the flavor. And we bring the spice.
Exactly. So
and
if
all
we have
of
to, if we have the ability to flavor up the place,
Mhm.
we should have the ability to bring in a large quantity of flavored money too,
True. And then it goes back to where we left off last week with the people in charge, the people that are just wanting to give the $3.
Making no sense, Nabi.
Mhm. Absolutely not. Unfortunately, it does not.
It don't make no sense. It don't make economic sense. If you have a country,
Mm-hmm.
like Grenada,
Mhm.
sometimes the strength of your economy can be measured by the quantity of foreign exchange that you own.
I have a question. What happens to the cocoa and the nutmeg that they purchase from the farmers? What happens to it? What do they do with
The
it?
commodity boards, they
Mhm.
basically dry them
Mhm.
and sell them. That's what it is. Bag them up and sell them abroad in its raw form. Put it on some container and put it on some ship and send it abroad.
Okay. And because our product is most needed, or it's most attractive because of its quantity, well, its quality,
Quality.
sorry. I'm pretty sure they're getting top dollar for it.
The people who sell in it, not the association.
Mm.
Remember, you sell it to an agent outside in a lot of cases, and that agent now market it a second time to the different factories and processors and stuff.
So why are we not able to market it on our own?
That's what we should be doing, not market it on our own with the same thing that they are making outside there with it. We should be making it internally. That's the point, Navi. So sometimes you have 3-4 different middlemen before this thing reaches destination,
But why?
Why? Because the way we choose to do business.
Oh wow. That's alarming.
Those are the people who make the money, Navi.
Mm.
The middlemen. And in a lot of cases, they determine the price,
Okay.
because you have nobody else to sell it to.
So we're marketing Pure Grenada. I believe that we should be able to market our agriculture as well. Good morning.
Yes, listen now. Listen to something.
Mm-hmm.
The Cocoa Association started to um, grind cocoa or into powdered form. They joined with a gentleman called, what's the gentleman name again? Okay, the name right now. But he had 30% shares of the Cocoa Association, chocolate company, and the cocoa together with government, cocoa board together with government had the rest of shares. Right?
Okay.
The board, the gentleman sold 10% of his shares without informing. DJ knows that too. Without telling the Cocoa Association. When the Cocoa Association find out, well, they had some theory. No, I don't know the legal part what came out. So the gentleman sell away a portion of his share of the factory without the cocoa board knowing. So it must be a future the gentleman see there, because he or the man are looking for the market and whatnot for them.
Okay.
And he had 30% share. The farmers, once since the factory operating, in my understanding, the farmers have got a little change back from their profit. As BJ may, he's supposed to know that.
Okay.
So where are we? Where are we? Cocoa have deteriorated where they could say more than half of the total amount of cocoa that Grenada was shipping. We way down. And you have about 4 cocoa factories in Grenada right now. So where are we? Where is the profit? Who gaining? Who gaining? Huh? What the farmers going to be getting? The chocolate factory they say we're opening in Moncton. I don't know if it's in existence yet. Because they said that was to make white chocolate. Where is what the farmers getting more?
Yeah.
So the whole thing is handled bad. We look at marketing board now. The marketing government set up a new, well, there is supposed to be, have not launched it yet, a new marketing board together with the private sector. And if we ain't be careful and this thing ain't set up properly, it's going to sink again. It is a good the government is doing by trying to get farmers to take part and other business persons to take part in the new board. But if it's not properly settled, we're going to see the whole thing sinking again. But it's a good system. So the marketing board wouldn't mean if it's not properly set up, it wouldn't mean nothing for the farmers. You know?
Sure. All right then.
Right.
Someone said that the agent that is marketing nutmeg in Europe is Grenadian. Okay. The agent that's marketing nutmeg
in
Europe, it's a Grenadian.
From since when?
I don't know.
That's what I would want to know.
Okay. I think they're probably going to let us know. Yeah.
Because they used to have one guy named Hakamoff or something like that. So who used to come to Grenada once or twice every year to ensure that, he gets his nutmeg and set up some 6 months contract. That's all you're getting. Contract for 6 months. Wow. And at the end of 6 months, he come back again and do and put in him orders and say you want 6 or 8 container loads or those kind of thing. And sometimes the price on the international market drop and you get reduction in price at short notices and all of those kind of things.
Oh, wow.
So you have those kind of logistical problem. I'm saying you can avoid yourself all of those kind of trouble, by processing the stuff. because that's what they're doing with it. They're grinding it and putting shaker and add value on all of those things. Sell to the people who doing sausages and all of those things, and we can do the same.
Yeah. And it would be pure.
Exactly.
So there are a lot of means and ways of going.
Nabi, if
going
you
around
have a country or an economy with very few people and you have plenty buses will either running empty or they stop run. If you have a farming community and the people are getting very little money for their product, they either stop farm or you have very little farming. That's a logical thing.
Yeah.
You can't be asking people to go and farm. Plant up cocoa. Cocoa was $5-7 per pound. It gone to whatever, and the price keep going down. No, tell me something. How you expect to get people to indulge in those things? What it is that you're going and tell them? The other day somebody put up a notice. Plant more nutmegs because the buyers want more. Well, plant more, you require more money to plant more, and the price remain the same, how are you going to be making money?
Yeah.
You have to talk about economies of scale, and Grenada don't have the quantity of lands to do those, to say go plant large acreage.
Good morning.
Yes, how you do? Thank you very much for taking my call.
No problem.
Well, I've been listening to you all for the past few weeks. Although I can't get you really clear the station where I live in Trinidad. But I'm hearing and I'm listening. But the focus system, the farming system, and really and truly, we have to be very careful of who we are blaming for that. Frankly speaking, I can tell you, I am 70 years old and I've been farming all of my life. I only have 3 acres of land I own, but I have another 3-4 acres of land. It belongs to my uncles and aunts and whatnot, etc. And from my 3 acres of land, I have a cocoa card, which would tell me, well, the Cocoa Association came and inspected and whatnot, and I could sell over 500 pounds of cocoa annually. But I have a problem with filial lasting. And, it's a tricky situation. But who I will actually blame for the downfall of agriculture in Grenada? None other than the man who wrote the book. None other than the man who wrote the book, The Black Nutmeg or Nutmeg Gold, as we call it, George Brezan. And this man, when I approached this man in 1989 to get the road that was passing through where my lands are, this man told me clearly that government doesn't own any property inside there, so there's no way, they have no interest, they wouldn't do anything. And up to this day, imagine, Dow Pass, I've been struggling all along with bad roads and bad conditions, jogging cocoa on my head from the property out, jogging up manure for seaweed and whatnot on my head in, and all this. I've been having problems. And just before Beryl, I had a problem with predial acne, which I've been having for all of my life, even my own relative. The Minister of Agriculture now, his name is Andrews, Lennox Andrews, probably I think it is. And maybe, just maybe, him and I are related. But I can tell you, my blood-related relatives, they steal my land, they do me all sorts of different things, all sorts of different funny things. Anyway, I can't stay too long on this phone because I am one-footed at this time, and I have a problem. I'm going into my lands now with a strapping a seat cushion on my bottom and going and pick some cocoa and whatnot, etc. I'm trying to survive, keep myself together because even as one-footed, the Ministry of Health, the Agriculture, and these people, I applied for the Berry Relief Program, and up to now I can't tell you what is actually happening. And then the road again is another problem. But anyway, let's leave it like that for now. Thank you very much for taking my call.
You're welcome. No problem.
My heart is heavy. It's difficult to speak when someone would have basically, going through all of those, hardship and still trying as a farmer. That's those are the kind of resilient people that we have in Grenada here. And how we started the program this morning, I want to end that way, Nabi.
Yeah.
That we need to look after those people and them differently. We need to basically, cherish what we have. Farming is hard work, and we need to motivate people, and you can't motivate them by treating them in a harsh way.
Yeah.
It don't really work that way. You have to nurture them. You have to, farmers are special people, and they need to be honored, and they need to be celebrated, and they need to be checked for in a very special way. And I'm saying that, here is a farmer who has 3 acres. The road is bad, suffering from predial larceny, burial paths. They have some really fun, $4,500, and you don't even have, carrying capital to give him afterwards, and you're still not giving him $4,500. This isn't, this just don't feel right. Something just not right about that. It means that, you're just talking, because you need to put your money where your mouth is, Can't be telling somebody you love them every minute, and you can't give them anything. In the end, they're gonna think something wrong with you. How you showing, how you manifesting that love?
Yeah.
And you should do it by the way you treat that person.
Indeed.
And we say what? Words without work can't sustain anything.
That's true. Well, BJ, I wanna thank you for coming in this morning, and sharing your knowledge. And I wanna thank you to each and every one of you who would have called and contributed in whatever way. I thank you for that. It is, of course, Thursday, October 16th. Today, as you go about your day, especially you farmers, even if you don't receive it from the government, know that Real FM is here for you, and we will continue to champion for you, of course, with BJ, Dr. Antoine, everyone that makes their appearance on this program to ensure that something is done.
All right, Nabi?
Yeah.
Better days are coming.
This is Real Expressions Agriculture Thursday, only on 91.9 Real FM. From the soil to your soul, we're growing real. From the mountain to the sea, farmers working endlessly, planting right in every row, green day, the roots forever grow. Sunrise brings the harvest call, but